keeping students and school employees away from the dangers of the coronavirus while continuing with business operations. That's possible. Introducing V-Smart Enroll, an online enrollment system that makes enrollment faster, safer, and more convenient. With V-Smart Enroll, all relevant documents can be processed and organized away from the dangers of your own coronavirus. While continuing with business V-Smart Enroll can offer. V-Smart Enroll works online and it promotes a 100% paperless transaction. V-Smart Enroll paves the way for an easy and streamlined enrollment setup. It is modeled after DepEd's Learning Information System to make sure that students' learning records are documented properly and tracked accordingly. This online enrollment system also supports the Data Privacy Act of 2012, so all your data is guaranteed safe and protected. You also don't have to worry about going out of your house to get enrolled, because with V-Smart Enroll, everything can be done online within the safety of your own home. Vibal will also be with you throughout the entire enrollment journey, as we will provide consistent technical support to help you navigate smoothly through the system. V-Smart Enroll is developed and designed for school administrators, registrars, students, and even for parents' use. With this highly convenient system, an hour of enrollment process can be trimmed down to 15 minutes or even less because of its easy and accessible registration and application process for parents and students. Even the registrars will experience fast and easy transactions. You can also subscribe to V-Smart Enroll by paying through various payment channels. To subscribe to V-Smart Enroll, school administrators just need to create a school account for their institution. How? Simply go to enroll.vsmart.ph, select your subscription plan, agree to the privacy policy, fill out the online registration form, and pay for subscription. Easy peasy! With this user-friendly online platform, the enrollment process can now be accomplished with just a few clicks. Start your enrollment now. Subscribe to V-Smart Enroll and experience enrollment like never before.
Good day, Kavibal, and welcome to our Speakers Demo Reel webinar series. For the discussion today, the topic will be on Importance of Water Quality Assessment. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. Make sure you are registered to the webinar to have your e-certificate of participation. Visit certificate.vibalgroup.com to generate your proof of attendance. Place your questions in the comment box allotted during the session and they will be addressed by our speaker later on. Share the video using hashtag LearnAs1PH as our official hashtag to our Vibal webinars. Experience learning, Kavibal! And now, to proceed with our webinar this afternoon, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our distinguished speaker today. Dr. Cinder Dayan L. Tabiolo is an Assistant Professor 4 of Jose Rizal Memorial State University, Dipolog City, Zamboanga del Norte. She earned her Bachelor of Secondary Education major in General Science at Xavier University, Ateneo de Cagayan in 2003. Dr. Tabiolo completed her academic requirement in Master of Arts in Science Education at Cebu Normal University, Cebu City in 2009. In 2013, she finished her Master of Arts in General Science at Jose Rizal Memorial State University, Dapitan City, and completed her Doctor of Educational Management at St. Vincent's College Dipolog City in 2016. As a prolific researcher in the field of science, she attended numerous instruction-related seminars and international conferences. She also published researches in Scopus Index and Thomson Reuters Index journals. A national awardee during the specialization training in legal medicine and forensic chemistry, awarded as a Fellow of the Royal Institute of Educators in Singapore, research speaker of numerous international conferences, a paper presenter during the Third World Conference on Psychology Sciences in Bali, Indonesia, an international peer reviewer after completing the training on peer review using Thomson Reuters and Scopus Elsevier standards, an external reviewer of the International Journal of Advanced Multidisciplinary Studies, and a recipient of numerous certificate of recognition for an outstanding workshop and research presentations. Recently, she had just published two books entitled Compendium of Research Studies, focusing on environmental research and educational leadership and research methodology, qualitative and quantitative. Because of her unparalleled contribution in research, she has been nominated as a faculty finalist for Meritorious Award in Research of JRMSU Dipolog in 2020. This year, she was recently awarded in research and book author categories during the Global Educators Award organized by Beyond Books Publication and Loan Qualifier in Region 9. A hardworking science educator, research advisor, and a panel member in various research outputs of undergraduate and graduate studies, an AACCUP accreditor and one of the ISO 9001-2015 internal auditors of the campus. Presently, she is the chairperson for research presentation and the Associate Dean for the College of Arts and Sciences of Jose Rizal Memorial State University, Dipolog Campus, Dipolog City. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome our dear speaker, Dr. Cinder Dayan Tabiolo.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Miss Jill. Am I audible po?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, can I share screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Share. Nakikita po ba, Miss?
Hindi pa po.
Oh, wait. Wait po, ha. Hmm. Share screen. Where is it? Wait po, ma'am. Oh. Okay na po ba, Miss Jill?
Wala pa rin po, ma'am.
Share screen. Okay. Yan, Miss Jill. Okay na po ba, ma'am?
Hindi pa po naka-presenter view po.
Oh, sorry. Okay na po ba, miss?
Hindi pa rin po, ma'am.
Oh. Stop share muna.
Click F5 na lang po, miss, para ma-present po.
Share. Oh. Ayan po, miss. Okay na po ba?
Ganun pa rin po, miss. Click F5 na lang po or present po.
That one, ma'am.
Ayan, okay na po.
Okay. Okay. Good afternoon once again. It is my much pleasure to be with Vibal again. I am so thankful for all our live participants who are here with us and to all our Kavibal. This is my fourth time with Vibal, and I am very much grateful for the opportunity. So, to start with our discussion and sharing this afternoon, so my topic would be importance of water quality assessment. Now, water is an inorganic, transparent, tasteless, odorless, and nearly colorless chemical substance, which is the main constituent of Earth's hydrosphere and the fluids of all living organisms, right? It is vital for all known forms of life, even though it provides no calories or organic nutrients, right? Now, if you can hear the water word or the word water, I'll ask the Steve. Is Steve around? Andito ba si Steve?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay. If you're going to analyze or if you can hear the word water, Steve, what comes first into your mind? Like um yung chemical or biological or any opinion if you can hear the word water.
Okay, ma'am. When I hear the word water, for me it's important. It's something important in our life. We cannot live without water. Just like we cannot live without oxygen, we cannot live without food. So yun na po ang pasok sa utak ko.
Okay, very good. Very good answer, Steve. Okay, how about Miss Leia? Kung maririnig mo ang word na water, may importansya ba siya para sa iyo, Ma'am Leia, Miss Leia?
Hi, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Very important.
Pwede ba tayong makakasurvive ba tayo sa world without water?
I think, ma'am, no, we cannot survive without water because water is very vital.
Correct. Kailangan natin, right?
Yes, ma'am. We really need water.
Okay. So, the next question is, since water is very important, no? It's an important topic when it comes to our overall health. Because water is essential to life. We all know this and have probably heard different statement about it. Now, but how many times have you stopped while drinking a glass of water and wondered if the water you're drinking is safe for consumption? How about Jaben? Are you here, Jaben? Jabet? Okay. How about Steve?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Steve. Uh, is there a time, no, that you have stopped while you are drinking water? And then, have you ever wondered if the water you are drinking is really safe?
Ma'am, yes, nangyari ito, I think, just few months ago. That's
Oh,
when there's, di ba, we have a flat here, and I noticed that the water came up from my faucet is color brown. So even though ngayon, even though I have my own purifier sa bahay, I still have, I don't have this confidence to drink the water that although na magpapasa purifier and lalabas siya, no? So I have to buy my own mineral water from the convenience store. So there's a lot of time na naghehesitan ako, is our water really that clean and safe to us? So madalas, till now, ganyan pa rin nangyayari sa akin.
very good. Now, so you are very conscious of the water you are drinking, Steve.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the next question is, why water quality is important? Ano kayang share nyo? Kailangan ba talagang ina-analyze yung water quality, the parameters na kailangan natin to make sure na safe yung iniinom natin or ginagamit natin sa bahay, sa offices, etc. Okay? Now, we all know that water quality is very important, especially for hydration. Drinking water can lead to several health complications and even death, right? And secondly, water is the main ingredients for cooking. Di naman pwedeng walang water sa pagluluto, right? And think of anything cooking related, and you will see how many uses water has. We use water to boil, rinse, or soak our ingredients. And could you even imagine, no, making soap, pasta, or rice without water? We can't either, di ba? Even more, you couldn't even raise livestock or even take a good shower if your water quality or if the quality of your water is poor. Another is cleaning also becomes significantly harder when using dirty water instead of pure or soft water. Now, I would like to ask Leia, gaano ba kaimportante sa'yo ang water quality?
Ma'am, sobrang mahalaga po, ma'am. Kasi water, we all know this is part of our environment. And if the water quality po is poor, most probably, pwede po ito maka-affect sa atin, even sa aquatic life.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
correct. Now, after seeing how vital water is even for the most basic of our tasks, what can we do to ensure that the water in our home is of the highest possible quality, considering that many municipalities show lackluster water treatment results. Now, another question is, do you think you are getting the best water, no, in your homes, in your workplace, or in every place you're going to have a recreational activities, just to enjoy? So, natatanong natin minsan, am I getting the best water? Now, most of us, no, na-mention na kanina ni Steve, that meron siyang mga parang household strategy, no, to keep or to monitor his water properly, whether it is safe for consumption. Now, basically sa atin sa bahay, meron tayong mga ginagamit na water filters, di ba? And ako minsan, I am using kasi water testing kit, no? That can detect up to 200 different contaminants. And you can also use that. And from there, you will be able to determine the type of filter that's best suited for your home. Because many pollutants can be found in drinking water, as well as the water we use to cook food, wash clothes, etc. And the most common water pollutants are bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens. Now, close in second place is, of course, we have the hard metals, we have the chemicals, the pharmaceuticals, and other toxic substances. Usually, municipal water plants use their own filtration. Di ba? Mayroon din silang sariling mga methods nila, filtration methods, before sending out the water to the residents. However, they are dealing with thousands of gallons. And remember, no filtration method is 100% effective. As such, getting a water filter for your home is essential for protecting yourself. Naalala ko nga minsan, some of my neighbors are using yung parang ano ba yun? Parang cup lang na nilalagay sa parang faucet, no? So ito, these are some examples that household filters, no? That are commonly used by the residents. Ginagamit din nyo ba ito sa bahay nyo, Jayben? Nawala yata si Jayben. Steve, are you
Yes,
using
ma'am.
this also?
Yes, ma'am. Yun, I think the pangalawa, yung may tatlo.
This one?
They did that one, yung with the the white one, yung tatlo. Yeah.
Okay. Parang ito yung reverse osmosis
Yes,
na
ma'am.
ginagamit. Parang may process talaga siya.
Yes,
Tapos
ma'am.
ang iba nito are very expensive, 'di ba, Steve? Depende
Yes,
na sa
ma'am.
depende sa brands, 'di ba?
Yes, ma'am. Ang masakit yan, even though you have that, wala ka pa rin tiwala sa tubig.
Correct. So sa bahay nyo, Steve, are you using the municipal water? Or may deep well kayo or saan
Wala, kasi
galing?
actually I'm in condo and
Wow.
then mas may tangke kami, but I still don't trust the tank pa rin kasi nga there's one time I think it rains hard and then the water came out from my faucet, it's color brown.
Oh.
So di ko alam kung ano nangyari, but it took around 2 to 3 months nangyari yun eh. Ay ganyan katagal, 2 to 3 months. So till now, so after half year until now, I still drinking mineral water na bumibili ako sa supermarket or convenience store kasi takot pa rin ako.
Okay. Good to know, no? Okay. Pero okay lang yun, Steve, kasi you have lots of extra. How about those people na hindi kayang bibili ng mineral water? 'Di ba?
Oo,
Okay.
ma'am.
Another thing is ito, 'di ba? Another type of pollution that doesn't affect people or pets, no? But affects appliances. Now, this is because of water hardness. Okay. Now, calcium and magnesium crystals causes the formation of limescale. Now, this in turn causes your appliances to work under more stress and subsequently kills them off before their expected lifespan. So because the water hardness, it's the capacity of water for this reducing and destroying the latter of soap. And then it is also the total concentration of calcium and magnesium ions. And then we have also the two types. We have the temporary, the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. And then we have the second type, that's the permanent, no? That includes the sulfates, the chlorides, nitrates of calcium, and magnesium. And the impact of these ions causes the incrustations in water supply structures. That's why the hard water can really damage essential appliances and making more washing things more difficult. And as such, you will need a method to soften water. Diba? And so that you won't have to deal with additional spending and repairing or replacing appliances earlier than expected. Because most people purchase water softeners for this exact reason, but they might be unaware of the downfalls also. Okay. Now, water softener, we have alternatives that actually work, no? Maybe you have also used this in your homes, no? I hope so. The first water softener alternative, the most effective, is what we've called reverse osmosis. And we have the second one, the very common, we have the potassium chloride. And then we have the, I think this is the best, no, alternative that most are using, the nucleation assisted crystallization, or also known as template assisted crystallization. Now, why I recommend for a salt-free water softener alternative instead? Because the sodium that the regular water softener adds into the mix can have damaging effects on your health. You may have elevated blood pressure, no? That just one of the problems that it may cause. Not to mention the sodium, no, that may also kill plants and pets. Now, the reverse osmosis is a great way to get pristine, no, filtered water into your kitchen. So it can remove the following with ease, no, the ions and metals like arsenic, the fluoride, the sodium, no, and it can also remove organic chemicals like benzene, small particles like asbestos and protozoan cysts, and finally, it can also remove pesticides. That's reverse osmosis. And then, however, there are some drawbacks also for reverse osmosis. It can't remove dissolved gases, no, like hydrogen sulfide. Because hydrogen sulfide is responsible for giving your water a rotten egg smell. No, di ba? I don't know if na-experience nyo to, no? Rotten egg smell and flavor. We have also the second, no, water softener alternative. It's the potassium chloride. It's the most commonly used. This isn't so much as a water softener alternative as sodium, no, alternative. But instead of using water softener, you could also buy potassium chloride. It's a great way to treat hard water without salt, no? So well, sodium chloride can fix it. And we have the third alternative. We have the nucleation assisted crystallization. And some of my colleagues call it as filter smart, no? Because we have used it, and then it's one of the best, no? One of the best water softener alternative. And then because according to some part, no, of Dipolog City, there are they have mentioned that assisted crystallization is an inexpensive act, both electromagnetic and citric acid water softeners, except it actually prevents up to 90% scale buildup. Another one, we have because hard water, no, another thing, hard water was found to be the main culprit in children developing eczema. So, siguro nakaka-experience din kayo nito noon or maybe ngayon, no, na itong parang may sa skin, not just sa children pero meron din sa adult. So aside from eczema, nakaka-affect din ang hard water as for hair, no? It makes feel frizzier and it creates scrum, on top of making the lather harder to wash away. So yun din yung diferensya sa pag hard water. Because hard water has high mineral content, in contrast, of course, with soft water. Hard water is formed when water percolates to deposits of limestone, chalk, or gypsum, which are largely made up of calcium and magnesium carbonates. Now, hard drinking water may have moderate health benefits. No? Some evidence suggests that hard water may damage the skin barrier and contribute to the development of, yun na, yung sinabi ko kanina, the development of eczema. This is a chronic condition that causes inflamed, irritated, and itchy skin. Now, in time, hard water can lead to hair loss also, and a couple of other hair-related problems that are sure to inconvenience a lot to individuals. Okay. So, marami din tayong I'm sure na experience nito some of the problems that I have mentioning. And then ito. So, we have also common problems na. So, yun yung na-mention ni Steve kanina na during that time may ibang kulay na lumabas sa condo nila sa water, bali sa faucet. So, ito sa visible effects, and we have the reason. So, when water turns black, merong smell. So, the reason is it is a wastewater. And then, if it has an acidic taste, it has low pH. And alkaline taste, meron naman siyang high pH. Kung boiled rice, hard, and yellow, it has high alkalinity. And then if you experience white deposits on boiling, of course, water hardness. And there are times na mayroon tayong mga iron taste, change in color after exposure to atmosphere, change in color of clothes, and utensils, oily appearance on top of water body. So the reason for that is the iron, maraming iron ang water. Another common problems are visible effect. Soap not lathering. So again, water hardness. Growth of algae, too much ang nitrate at saka phosphate. Pag namamatay naman ang mga isda, low ang pH at saka less ang dissolved oxygen. And then sometimes we have this salty taste, So too much of the chloride. Okay. So, I have mentioned a lot of pollutants, di ba? Or visible effects and reasons. Now, can you give us your insight or additional experience, Sir Jaben, about the different common problems that you are experiencing on water?
Yes po, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hi,
Actually, based din, ma'am, sa discussion earlier, actually, before I go directly with my experience, meron din kasi akong napanood dito lang din sa Philippines. At I guess na news na din po ito na may isang barangay somewhere in the Philippines na within a year na yung water na lumalabas sa kanilang faucet is color black.
Oh.
And then yung mga ginagamit nila sa pagliligo, in which na may nakitang result sa kanilang mga skin na yun din, may eczema ata yun. So that is only one of the reasons kaya pala na meron. One of the reasons and one of the causes bakit meron tayong ganong klase ng tubig. In our case naman po, since we are also somehow drinking water in our faucet, may mga instances na hindi namin namamalayan na medyo color yellowish na, and medyo darkish na yung color niya, which is in fact one of na nagiging reason kung bakit may diarrhea.
Yeah.
Na-experience diarrhea sa amin nung bata pa kami. So those are the common experiences po na na-experience namin. And ngayon na umiinom na kami ng mineral, yung tinitignan din naman namin is yung container na kasi may mga times naman na malinis yung tubig
Oo.
pero hindi maganda yung pagkakaayos ng container. So, nung chinek namin yung container, parang medyo may magaspang pa na texture, parang medyo may lumot pa. So, it's not on the water lang talaga. One of the factors din to make sure that the water has a good quality is the containers din mismo kasi
Yeah.
one of the reasons din kahit mineral yung iniinom namin, we get experience pa rin na we experience diarrhea
Oo.
before opo.
Okay, thank you so much for your sharing, Jben. Okay, now, what should be the parameters, no, in looking into the water quality? So dapat meron tayong mga alam natin kung anong gagawin at saka ano ba ang dapat na mga parameters na alam ko to make sure na hindi polluted yung water. Okay? Now, in ensuring the quality of water, we have this water quality assessment, no? Wherein we're going to look into the different parameters of water, no, in assessing the quality of water. It has 3 types, no? May tatlo siyang klase. So, we have the physical parameters, we have the chemical, and we have also the biological. Okay, so itong tatlo, this has also its standards. Meron din silang set of standards for each of these 3 classes of attributes. Now, for physical parameters of water, no, palagi nating tinitingnan to make sure na hindi polluted is yung color, yung odor, yung turbidity niya, check natin yung temperature, yung conductivity, tapos yung dissolved oxygen, tapos yung VOD, at saka yung COD. Diba? However, although we are always monitoring this one, but we have also to include, no, let's say, for example, the color, no, the pure water, it has a colorless, no, wala siyang kulay, colorless siya. Therefore, any types of color appearance in water indicates water pollution. Now, natural water system is often colored by foreign material. If color is due to suspended material, it is called as apparent color. Color given by dissolved material that remains, no, after removal of suspended material is called true or real color. And we have nawala yung slide ko, wait. Okay. Now, natural water system is often the guideline value or the maximum acceptable level for color of drinking water is 15 TCU. When we say TCU, it is the true color unit. So ito yung range, no, to the guideline value, no, the maximum acceptable level. The second one is we have turbidity. Pure water is clear and do not absorb light. Therefore, if turbidity appears in water, it indicates water pollution. Turbidity in water is given by various materials like suspended, solid, dissolved materials, and microbial loads. In general, turbidity increases with increases in quantity of these materials in water. Okay. Now, drinking, next is the taste and the color. No, the taste and odor, sorry. Pure water is always tasteless, no? Meron bang taste ang water? Wala naman yata. And it is always odorless, no? Wala kayong mas-smell. Therefore, if any types of taste and odor is present, it indicates water pollution. So water, taste, and odor may develop due to natural or artificial regions. Artificial region for taste and odor in water is due to disinfection. Okay. The fourth one is we have temperature. So temperature is not directly used to evaluate whether water is potable, no, drinkable ba yon or not. In natural water system, like lake and river, temperature is very important physical factor that determines water quality. So if temperature increases, solubility of oxygen in water decreases. Further, rise in temperature increases the growth rate of aquatic microorganisms. So they consume dissolved oxygen faster and level of dissolved oxygen decreases. Okay. Another one is conductivity. Diba? So conductivity of water is mainly due to presence of ionizable inorganic compounds. So, pure water has very low conductance. For example, yung distilled water natin. Therefore, dapat 1 unit lang yung MHO niya, no? Yung conductivity measurement amount of that compounds in water. And then, we have also dissolved solids, no? It may be organic, it can be an animal or plants that dissolve solid. Or inorganic compounds like carbonate, sulfate, bicarbonate, etc. These compounds give variety of effects like hardness, taste, odor, etc. Okay. So if the dissolved solid in water exceeds in 300 milligrams per liter, it adversely affects living organisms as well as industrial products. Now, another one is the BOD. Now, BOD indicates the amount of pollution of water bodies. Now, lower BOD indicates the water is a good quality for aquatic life or little aerobic activity, whereas the higher BOD indicates the water is highly polluted. Now, when BOD is higher than DO or the dissolved oxygen becomes lower, so aquatic organisms are unable to survive at normal rate. It becomes stressed, no, and may die. So, as you can see in the screen, there is the exact BOD level, and it has the description of its water quality. So we have very good, we have fair or moderately clean, we have poor or somewhat polluted, and we have very poor or very polluted. Now, we have also the COD or the chemical oxygen demand test measures. The oxygen required to oxidize organic matter in water and wastewater samples by the action of strong oxidizing agents under acid conditions. Now, how about for chemical parameters, no, for water quality assessment? So, yun kanina, yung na-mention ko are those for physical parameters. Now, we will proceed to chemical parameters. So, we have pH, we have acidity, alkalinity, hardness, and also solids. We are going also to look into the harmful chemicals, no, for chemical parameters. If marami ba siyang chloride, sulfates, iron, nitrates, heavy metals, or pesticides. Okay. Because these are needed to be analyzed to determine the pollutants. Now, for chloride ion, normally all types of water contains chloride ion, but its concentration is very low in natural water system. So, chloride ion concentration increases in case of urine and sewage contaminated water. Now, high concentration of chloride ion gives salty taste and also corrodes pipelines of water. So the maximum permissible limit of chloride ion in drinking water is 200 milligrams per liter. Now, we have also sometimes na-detect yung ammonia. So in water, ammonia come from decomposition of organic matter like protein, amino acids, etc. Its concentration also increases during water disinfection process using chloramine. And what else? In nitrite or nitrates, it is very unstable, no? Intermediate form during conversion of NH2 into nitrate. In aerobic condition, nitrite is oxidized into nitrate, whereas in anaerobic condition, nitrite reduces to ammonia. If concentration of nitrite is greater in drinking water, it brings serious health hazard, diba? Due to the consumer. So disease caused by high concentration of nitrite in infants is called blue baby syndrome, which is characterized by blue coloration of the skin. Okay. And then we have also phosphates. No? In water, phosphate is present in the form of H2PO4, no? Or it is also known as polyphosphate or as organic phosphate. Now, phosphate in water sources comes from agricultural waste, no? Sewage, and from industrial effluent. Phosphate is not toxic to human, but it is important chemical in natural water system like pond because its high concentration facilitates eutrophication. Okay. Alkalinity also is determined by measuring the amount of acid needed to lower the pH in a water sample to a specific endpoint. So the results are usually reported in standardized units, as milligrams calcium carbonate per liter. Now, let's proceed to biological parameters. No, we are through with chemical. How about biological? So, ito yung fecal coliforms. Tinitingnan natin yung fecal coliforms, the total coliforms, the VOCs, as well as the other pathogens. Now, a fecal coliform is facultatively anaerobic, rod-shaped, gram-negative, non-sporulating bacterium. Coliform bacteria is generally originate in the intestines of warm-blooded animals. Now, coli, which is an indicator of microorganism for other pathogens, that they may be present in feces. So, doon sila mas madaling mag-multiply. While total coliforms include bacteria that are found in the soil. Sa soil sila. So in water that has been influenced by surface water and in human or animal waste. Now, a pathogen is defined as an organism causing disease to its host. So yun yung pathogen. With that severity of the disease symptoms referred to as virulence. Now, pathogens are taxonomically widely diverse and comprise viruses and bacteria, as well as unicellular and multicellular eukaryotes. Okay. VOCs, or what we call as volatile organic compounds, are emitted as gases from certain solids or liquids. VOCs include a variety of chemicals, some of which may have short and long-term adverse of health effects. Now, this is concern kasi ako dito eh. How healthy rivers benefit people, plants, and animals? Miss Leia, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here po.
Ano masasabi mo sa natin? Question.
How healthy rivers benefit people? Ma'am, malaki po yung benefits kapag maganda po, malinis ang ating rivers kasi unang-una sa mga animals po, sa mga aquatic organisms na naroon, most probably dadami po sila. Sa mga tao naman po na malapit sa ilog, or kahit hindi po malapit sa ilog, kasi dito po sa amin malapit dito sa ilog, sa So, mahalaga po siya kasi ang mangyayari po, healthy din po yung people in the community po. Lalo na dito po, ay ang source po ng pinaka main source po ng tubig ay yung river po namin sa aming water district po. So very important po siya na malinis at safe po.
Very good. Thank you, Miss Leia. So, out of those parameters mentioned kanina, I will give you a ano, I will share my some of my researches on the analysis of waters, physico-chemical and biological aspects, because I am a research advocate on water. Okay. Now, um, itong Dipolog Bay namin dito sa Zamboanga del Norte, this is the longest boulevard in Zamboanga del Norte and Region 9. Ang daming pumupunta dito na tourist kasi may mga ah, food bars, may mga barbecue na mga during sunset, maraming pumupunta dito. So it's a venue for a tourist, yung mga taong gustong mapag-relax, no? Yung gusto ng fresh air. So since kasi ako research water advocate, I would like to share yung mga researches namin na na-conduct on physico-chemical and biological characteristics of water. So, ito yung namin, the physico-chemical and biological characteristics of Dipolog Bay. Kasi gusto kong malaman yun. Kasi tourist destination siya dito. So, mini-make sure ko kung di ba polluted yung water. Kasi maraming mga tourist na ba yun, banana boating, tapos may nagbi-beach volleyball, tapos may parang ano ba yun, yung um, basta maraming mga recreational activities na ginagawa nila along the beach, along the bay. So, based on the result of the study, kinonduct namin, no, and evaluate namin yung physico-chemical parameters. So, we look into the temperature. We also look into the salinity, the turbidity, the total suspended solids, and we get also the pH, no, the DO. So based on the result, the bay is at that time, no, that it was conducted last 2017, I think, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So nakita dun sa result that the bay is not totally clean. So polluted siya. Kasi may mga classifications kasi tayo sa sa water natin sa DNR. May mga standards na na siniset, no? Whether those uh, uh, that way, no? Kung pumapasa ba siya sa DNR standard. So, after having the result, pinakita ko sa tourism officer namin. So, she's very happy, no? Kasi out of that research daw, they've starting treated the boulevard, the Dipolog Bay. So, ayun. So, since medyo polluted ang bay, so the action, no, the action of the city tourism is they have been treating, or they monthly treated the bay until by may after, I think, if I'm not mistaken, parang 6 months silang nag-treat sa bay. So fortunately na okay naman. So open na naman siya for the tourists to enjoy the place. So they are very happy, no, after giving them the result of the study. Another one is we have also studied Lake Danao in Sergio Osmeña, Zamboanga del Norte. This is before, according to the yung mga taga Lake Danao, sabi nila before that, if you can see the color of the lake, medyo yellowish siya at that time, no, ng data gathering kami. So I am very sad looking at the lake na very polluted siya. So ang ginawa ko, I really pursue the research proposal kasi yung gusto ko ma-rehabilitate ang lake. Kasi yun nga, very polluted siya. So based from the result, no, this study was also published na po siya. So based from the result of the study, we are looking into the phytoplankton primary productivity and the water quality of Lake Danao. And we found out that, of course, the lake is very polluted. No, kasi sabi nila yung when I interviewed no the residents there, sabi nila noon daw, uh, I cannot recall the year, center of recreational activities nila ang lake sa mga residents. Unfortunately, bakit naging ganun ang ang kulay? So, after giving them the result, the barangay captain no was very happy. So they have presented it, I think sa ano nila during their meeting with the LGUs. Tapos I'm so happy because they've informed me that they are starting rehabilitating the lake para ma-preserve nila. So kung hindi ko raw nabigay yung result, hindi nila mabibigyan ng action. So out of those result, o 'di ba, merong nagawa silang preservation of the lake. So ito yung ah, nitrate and phosphate content ng lake. So medyo talaga siya no, polluted because of the content sa both sa phosphate at saka sa nitrates. Okay. Now, we have done the on-site analysis of water. Meron kaming I've studied with one of the best chemists in Silliman University. Co-author ko siya. So we are doing no we are having the on-site analysis, and sad to say that the lake is very polluted. And then the last study that I can share with you is nag din kami sa Sungkilaw Falls. We tried to really also assess no the water quality of Sungkilaw Falls. Since Sungkilaw Falls is one of the tourist spot in Zamboanga del Norte. So we've studied the water quality and physical assessment, and we found out that the Sungkilaw Falls is medyo may part lang sa falls na medyo polluted, but not necessarily kasi three sites yung ginawa namin. So the mainstream, the middle, and the lower stream. So may parts lang doon na hindi nagka-qualify sa DNR standards. Pero okay naman yung ibang parts so far. So ito yung research team namin during the conduct of the water analysis. Then I've found no one part of the middle stream ata no the taste of the water there is siya para siyang salty at saka para siyang yung salty na mapait. Yun yung lasa niya. And some of those residents there, sabi nila, miraculous water daw yon. So, I'm planning to study na naman that part. Bakit naging salty siya na river man siya? Fresh water man. So, it came into my mind na, oh, okay, ito na naman ang next na i-analyze ko sa water. Baka meron akong makuha na new information that will still help the community. So, right after giving the result no to the barangay captain, so again, no, mayroon na naman silang ginawang aksyon para yung pollutant na nakita namin or na-determine namin during the water quality study. So they've done no an action about that. So far ngayon okay na, pasado na siya sa DNR standard. Now out of those examples that I have mentioned kanina, so kasi yung pinaka-importante nating malaman na malinis yung water kasi we are afraid na baka magkasakit tayo, 'di ba? Because of the possible diseases that we can get out of the very poor quality that we are using or we are drinking. So what are the different diseases caused by very poor water quality? The first one is giardia. So giardia is very common. This is a microscopic parasite. Causes the main cold the infection the infection in water is in feces, but the parasite can also be found in soil, food, and other surfaces. Giardia is a tiny parasite or germ that causes the diarrheal disease. No, the name of the disease is giardiasis. So baka ito na yung sinasabi mo kanina, Steve, na parang nagkaka-diarrhea kayo during the yung nakita mo or na yung lumabas na parang yellowish na kulay sa water nyo. Baka ito na yung diarrheal diseases.
Yes, ma'am.
Oo. So that is Giardia, Steve. So Giardia also can be contaminated with feces or the poop, no, from infected people or animals. Now, the best way to avoid Giardia is to install, no, a UV filter or a filtration method that can screen out viruses, parasites, and other pathogens. Also, you should wash your hands before every meal. Sometimes kasi nakakalimutin din natin yung mga basic steps before eating. Okay. Another one is we have Legionnaire's disease. Yes, waterborne pathogens can also cause respiratory problems. Legionella is the bacteria responsible for causing severe pneumonia cases and Pontiac fever. So with a fatality rate of 10%, the disease can become quite serious with tens of thousands of people affected annually. Even small air droplets from infested water are enough to cause the pneumonia related to Legionnaire's disease. No? Now, if left untreated, the disease can lead to lung failure and death. So to diagnose the presence of Legionella, doctors can use a urine and sputum test. If the case is confirmed, the patient gets treated with antibiotics and even receive hospital treatment. So when the symptom becomes too harsh to handle, so yun na nagkaproblema tayo. Okay? Next is we have E. coli. Now, as you can see on screen, there are symptoms and signs of having E. coli infection. We have diarrhea, abdominal cramps, bloody urine, or loss of appetite. This bacteria is usually found in the intestines of people and animals, but also in foods and throughout the environment. E. coli are bacteria found in water, feces, water the moment that feces interacts with it. So the symptoms of this one, yung na-mention ko kanina. So to prevent E. coli from infesting your water, you will need reliable UV filter that kills bacteria in their tracks. However, you can also infect yourself if you swallow like pool water, no? Don't practice proper hand washing or if the food you're eating hasn't been properly cooked or washed. Okay, so that's it. So what will be our final thoughts on the importance of water? Water quality. Okay. Can I ask Sir Jaben? Any
Yes, ma'am.
final thought? Yes.
Actually, I have so many realizations from what we have discussed. One of which is water is indeed is indeed our life because it just not affects humans but also everything around us, our ecosystem and all living things which we really need to have a water, not just water but high quality water. And because of that, I just would like to see afterwards, after this discussion, ma'am, to check if our water is indeed in high quality.
Yes.
Maganda yung quality talaga niya. So thank you so much for that very comprehensive na discussion, ma'am. Marami pa talaga kaming natutunan.
Thank you, Jaben. How about Miss Leia? Any final thoughts?
Ma'am, to conclude, every living thing on earth needs water to survive, and we are part of that. So we need to use clean water sa lahat po ng mga we need to use water po hindi lang para mag-survive kundi para maging free po tayo sa kung anumang mga diseases, kung anumang mga pollutants na meron po. So water quality can be difficult to measure, but kapag ginawa natin siyang habit at practice ang maging malinis sa mga bagay na nasa paligid natin, particular po sa water, malaki po yung magagawa nito para magkaroon tayo ng healthy living. Tsaka related po siya ngayon, we are experiencing pandemic. So I think it is necessary to really, talagang yung quality po ng tubig ay talagang masubaybayan po natin para po sa ating sarili din po.
Thank you so much. How about Steve? Any final thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, ma'am. So after, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, sa you have enlightened us the importance of water, especially the water quality. So as mentioned kanina by Ma'am Leia and Sir Javen, so we know water quality, the good quality of water, diba, affects us in order for us to survive, diba? Pero by this, ang pumasok sa utak ko is actually it's the responsible of every human being to maintain the good quality of water. Responsibility natin kasi we're living in this world, diba? And then majority the part of this, our mother earth is composed of water. So we cannot survive without water. So kasi marami mga tao, they just throw the garbage into the river, the lake, the sea, and hindi nila dumi nila, but hindi nila alam na sooner or later the younger generations or the next 2 to 3 generations, sila na yung magsasuffer. So para ma-maintain natin yung water quality, sa after your talk, ma'am, we of course marami kami natutunan, and then marami na realize din namin, uy, ang dami para mga pollutants, mga diseases lumalabas, viruses, ang daming affected. So we all know now we need water to survive. So kailangan natin tayo din magtulong-tulong, linisin natin water. Yun lang ang pumasok sa utak ko. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Steve, for that wonderful answer, no? I'm so happy na marami kayong realization this afternoon. So, in conclusion, stay safe, no? Test your water regularly and take the appropriate measure for each of your needs. Investing a little right now and protecting your family is far better than waiting for disaster and then acting upon on it. Okay. Let me end with this thought from Joe Baca. I consider it top priority to improve water quality and increase water quantity in my community. Thank you once again, Ribal. Thank you. I would like to thank our live participants, for the very active discussion this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Cinder. We will now proceed to our question and answer portion. Does any one of our teachers here in the Zoom meeting have any questions for our speaker? If none, we'll entertain questions from our YouTube viewers. So our first question is from Science Sensei TV. One of the indications of water pollution is the presence of large amount of microplastics. What are your recommendations if one would like to study the microplastic in methodology?
Okay, that is a good question, no? One of my friend and colleague in her masters are now, no, the studying of microplastics. Siguro, yes, I believe yung kanina sa isang live participant natin that we should discipline ourselves, no? Kasi kawawa yung mga animals, no? Water animals natin, plants natin. If we are always dumping waste, no, in seawater, in fresh waters. So as much as possible to minimize the occurrence of microplastics, we really start within ourselves. So kawawa yung yung plants and animals. So dapat din as yeah, the parang they can have an environmental act siguro sa kanilang barangay to control water pollutants in their area.
Thank you very much, ma'am. That's all the questions we have for our YouTube viewers. How about our joiners here in the Zoom meeting po? Do you have any questions? Okay, if none, that would be all. Do you have any last reminders to our viewers for today po?
siguro I will say na lang, Miss Jill, minsan we tend to forget the importance of water in our life. Uh, siguro nai-enjoy lang natin ang abundance ng water. But if we are going to really look into deeper, water is very essential and vital. So let us be environmental protective. Dapat lahat ng ginagawa natin, we are going to think not only for ourselves but the plants and animals, no, that also enjoying if our water is clean, no, kasi pag malinis ang water, the plants, the animals, and the all living organisms, especially humans, will be benefited also. I think that would be all, Miss Jill.
There we have it. In behalf of Ibal Group Incorporated, I would like to thank our speaker for today for this very interactive and insightful demo teaching session. It is an honor to have you with us today, ma'am. And of course, special thanks to our joiners here in the Zoom meeting, Ma'am Leia K. Ladera, Sir J. Ben Loshon, and Sir Steve Christopher Wong. Thank you very much, teachers, for your very active participation. To our Kabibal viewers, all thanks to you for your continuous patronage to our daily learning session. Don't forget to register to get your e-certificate of participation. We also encourage you to subscribe and watch on our official Vival Facebook and YouTube channel. Muli,